This is part two of Vast Transformational Change, the era of the Transformers from 2016 to 2018. In part one, we looked at the Transformers' general traits and their transformation in relationship to the baby boomers' ideal reality of the American dream. In this segment, we're going to look more at the timing of everything that's going on, my special fifth dimensional connection to this age group, along with others who may find themselves involved due to planetary higher mind magical aspects to these Uranus and Neptune of this age group. The timing brings us to March 8th, 2016, when we will reach the critical mass of all the 20-year-olds being affected by Pluto to their Uranus and Neptune. The astrological indicators for March 8th being the point of reaching critical mass on the vast transformational change are as follows. It begins with the solar eclipse at 18 degrees 56 minutes in Pisces. Pisces is the natural 12th house of the zodiac where things end. Then Pluto will be conjunct the Uranus-Neptune of the Transformers born around early 1992 who have their Uranus and Neptune within a 1-degree orb of one another, which means that that's the tightest higher mind placement that they have. And when Pluto conjuncts theirs, it's conjuncting both of them at the same time, creating the vast transformational change all at the same time. Now, Pluto is past the first half of Capricorn. When Pluto on the solar eclipse is conjunct the Uranus of the 1992 babies, early 1992, he is at almost 17 degrees of Capricorn, and he is past the 15-degree halfway mark of Capricorn and will not be retrograding back to beyond 15 degrees, earlier 15 degrees in Capricorn, meaning he is halfway through that transit of the sign, and he is ready to he's done the destruction, he is ready to begin the rebuilding, the transformation of that era of what he has done. Over the last year, in 2015, those people born with Uranus and Neptune within a 1-degree orb of one another at 17 and 18 degrees Capricorn have already received their awareness from Uranus on how to do the change. As Pluto has crossed the halfway point in the sign of Capricorn, it means Pluto has already squared the Neptune of half of the baby boomers as well, destroying their ideal reality, where they were the conformist, the company man, and everybody should marry for life. Well, that's why college students since 2008 have been saying on college campuses that the American, Pluto's in the sign of Capricorn, dream, squaring the baby boomer's Neptune, is dead. Pluto rules death. What might this vast transformational change look like? Well, we've already seen some of it, but here's what we can expect in the future. Logically, we can know what is ahead. Likely you already feel it, and it should come as no big surprise. But if we use the keywords for the planetary energies, we can do the math by adding up the sum of their energies. Neptune was vast, Pluto transformational, Uranus change, and Capricorn, the sign that they're all in for the Transformers, and Pluto was transiting, rules our public structures, our public authorities. Neptune, generationally, is the collective dream or ideal. Individually, it's a choice that we make sometimes to, partake in drugs and alcohol, perhaps too much. Pluto rules shared resources, taxes, debt. It tries to transform us through our use of other people's resources. And it rules sex and revolution or rapid change. Uranus rules what is universal and equal across the board, equality for everyone, freedom and philanthropy, or as some baby boomers would call it, these young kids have a sense of entitlement. But Uranus is also the acceptance of all that is new, revelatory, unusual, inventive, shocking, and bizarre. And it's in the sign of public authority, governments, banks, corporations, and political systems that all of this change of our collective reality and the ideal reality held by this generation will be transformed and creating a change for all of us. Some of the policies and ideas and laws that we've seen brought into place since Pluto has been squaring the Neptune of the baby boomers and conjuncting the Neptune and Uranus of the 20-year-olds has been universal health care, gay marriage, global government, socialistic principles, a redistribution of wealth, a respect for all, even in baby boomer needs, the legalization of marijuana, the lessening of penalties for drug use, and a desire to bring authorities back to really being peace officers. The thing is, we haven't really seen the magic of having these two higher minds conjunct for those born between 1992 to 1994. I believe there is far more to come with these young adults as Pluto conjuncts their Uranus and gives them what I call the X-Men aspect, increased physical and or mental ability, and then causes them to dig down deep into their collective unconscious and bring up an idea for their ideal new system of authority. We are just beginning to see what the promise this age group really holds. Meet Boyan Slat. He grew up in the Netherlands. He is 21 or 22 years old today, born in 1994. His Uranus and Neptune are conjunct in the sign of Capricorn, and Pluto is getting ready to conjunct it here over the next 2 years. But Boyan has already created a system to clean up the ocean. You can see it at theoceancleanup.com. To clean up the entire ocean of plastic and debris in less than 20 years, where they had all previous ideas would take over 100 years to completely clean up the ocean. And Boyan has devised a system to do it in 20 years. He's the perfect example, the poster child of what these early 20-somethings are capable of as they begin to have Pluto conjunct their two higher minds, their two magical Merlin minds conjunct, and they really live out their full potential. This age group and I share a very special connection, which I came to know when all of a sudden so many of them were attracted to me and talking to me, and one of them actually said to me, "Oh, you speak to me in ways that nobody ever has talked to me before." And I've been on this spiritual quest and fifth dimensional understanding for a while. But it just so turns out that as Pluto over here is conjuncting the chart of that March 8th, 1992 person, and most of them in the age group of 92 to 94, as Pluto conjuncts their Uranus and Neptune, he will actually be making a double magic aspect to my revelatory mind, my Uranus down here, and my soul mind up here, creating a fifth dimensional magical finger of Merlin into their Uranus-Neptune conjunction, which is a hard aspect. And in 2017, the magic will only increase for me with this age group, as Pluto will make a single magic aspect to my Neptune, which is already in a natal fifth dimensional single magic aspect to my Uranus. But being around this age group actually creates this, what I call hand of Merlin down here. And then this would be like a dipper of Merlin, 4 sides to a star. So when I meet any of them that have a point up here at around 3 degrees Aries, it creates a perfect fifth dimensional star, 5-pointed star in our charts together. And many of them do have points up here. So my connection with this age group is very revelatory, and it's very subconscious. And I can actually speak to them about what is going on in their hidden, deep, subconscious, vast minds over here. And it creates a connection between us that is very easy. So I look forward to walking through this whole phase of vast transformational change with them. Hi, I'm Beth at 5D Astrology on Facebook, YouTube, or 5dastrology.com. I have plenty of other videos that you might be interested in that explain fifth dimensional astrology and the fifth dimension in general. Please share this video with anybody you know, 20-something or anybody interested in understanding their minds a little bit more.